Yes, I trust what say if you man kwata makle da CP so sidimin komo kama say te ba e Badwam na Adom TV multi TV so non kono pepepe epija mu e wa ha no say mamenka o say Kofi Adam say tena se aresa na Davis eye opoku so etena se quickly ma memfa we emfem na yensa embra back na fe yento en komo no so say if you've just joined, this is Badwam on Adom TV multi TV so onyame adoma 1 week observation of a year miankasa me mame anti B sana me fro anti B onyame ya adoma echinada there be nyechinada the 3rd of February de toso miensa ana yede bro beka ye ho ma bra 1 week observation anti B me mame prekope Nana efua sewa akoma dankare topre hima awo Kenya ase onyame yadma the 1 week observation here 3rd February 2023 of Kenya ase number 2 anopa no nsia kopema nyume no nsia nti hye na ase hye nso na emetai ebusua china bibia nko kama me da ase pi so na make out say the Grant family no onyame ya adoma ono so bekwa kope omo ma me krabia on the 16th I think so kope ne krabia on the 16th I have to be sure yes nyame adoma the late oba paying so fire do say do friend ekua enyamesem 82 years, so I had my 18th February, Netumpemo Trinity Congregation Presbyterian Church, Ghana, Bomso, Anopanum, Ashasudeni Tuntum, now for Yakusi no Sepe Onsiano Royal Cemetery, na Ebusia Betnas or Jubilee Park, I ben Prempe Assembly Hall, if we don't cook up himself, airborne, Tishano, so Kosia, Shebekon, sorry. For the late Oba Penny Sophia, do say sister, Anase Equia Enyamisem, 82 years, a record in our Trinity Congregation, Presbyt Asafumu, Ewo, Bomsu, Kumasi, and I'm making an apano Kunumpemu, Fita, and Yeshe. My money in a yako, New Kunafo, Ira Samo Kwame Apia Kubi, Yako, Emma. Nanama akoto wo USA nana ekua free apia wo UK nanama sewa apia wo USA Mrs Stella apia poku wo USA Mr Frank apia do for atoto wo UK Mrs Flora J Mensa Kumase ohenere ama poku ya wo USA anafe ama paying grant wo USA ana ama kakra grant nso wo USA na Eugene Kwabna Ofuri and so UK inti yankai na yankota ebusua na china bibi yanko kama emfa emaye menyini said the wabetina si ohia se ya kire nipa ban na se nipa oye si ye be kai wa na ye kai o se free se huni hunu ha achi pa inti eba Ghana ye kan amanyosem eba NDC amanyuko no se ye kan omo so abakosem ne omana muntu a nipa bi ma both in front and behind the scenes and side by side. Omotimi steer the affairs of the NDC collectively. Now, my demonstrators say omo loyalty towards the party and Ghana. No. Few people so manya kwenya wa manyo semu omotimi hwe omonim totin. No mo boase Ghana betima fa ntoma pa efra. Enye me wanwa say the Constituency, the best stamp authority among an overwhelming endorsement. Say on Sanko, you know, my name, a year, and Rashibijum. Make a wing in Ano, I deba come to see your own says and committee. I'm going to cast a nano payer. Come running out to Hononafi, most one a coba, but more fancy make a crack a cramissia. Call me my betina bukum, Mantin Klein. He said, Meti Hapa, the idea. SM Covo Tarajin. Mr. Monopay, yeah, man, official panel, near man, acquire Sabonatnasi because all our platforms, the fruit, you're trying to film or Asempa or can, Adom FM okaho Joy FM okaho Badwam hokra the next asem no kwa gisem kra yema era Kofi Adams Akwaba Kofi, good to see you. Oh, Kofi Adams. Oh, yeah. And then historical. Maybe Meko files nimpa some other time no country the historic, you know. It's good to see him. One of Ghana's finest operations managers. Oh, yeah, pass me who. Bibia
come.
I don't know, but
now say ukotena bukum.
Yeah. No one think.
Now we insua kinke. Ekwa ye di kinke a. Kasa no so ye dey.
Easy.
Oti bukum now still we hwe bibia fufu joint to any like ka only there.
Why you kwai? Bukum ye. Dokuro papa ni pa.
Dokunu. Ento we hwe dokunu sporta. Kasa no so beti.
Kenke buti.
Kenke buti.
Na party we say.
Well party hu ye. Wow, we hear Odika Maminchia, we give for any more, no question.
Breaking news.
It wouldn't be usual of me. This is me call platform. So now my shadow advertises. That's so the enemy decided me advertise. Remember who's like a fire there. I can watch it so that it will be a surprise.
I see. Yes, your
party no more.
Yes, your constituency about party. Your constituency is key. Omo mother through your party. And the one be do some Mpensenpensemu. Enti constituency to say.
Well, constituency igusua tumia omo di share yensano. I believe say ye di ejumapa. I believe that in the last 2 years within the constituency the maker say I have done so much in terms of influencing in Yama Bebre community via any who are make us say may impact something in the community. All the communities I want my constituency have done one thing or the other. Either say about school and now hunsem and now efa kanye and now efa ayaresa I have intervened in almost every community.
Your last intervention was when we met.
Exactly. Those are all part of the intervention. So, ministries. Now, my name Minister B. Dinkomo, either Rose Minister or any other minister, working towards getting Inyamabi Ewo me constituency.
What continues to be that major challenge at our constituency?
Well, Aquine. Because no ena ebi krubia Aquine da hoa. Eno na ye de nipa be faso akokuru no. Na isu ya dia ehia nipa no so to say omuka say water is life. Dan so nipa nankasa on our own can create means of what getting isu. Na so eba no akwanya untimi ye.
There be ahana he akwa no.
Enyes bridges I will say eba in yen type of communities which one is so bebre answer na wakwa could community be no bridging baako kura no course enya dia or baako betumi aye den aya na community na nkasa considering who they are almost status so say omo betumi aye contribution aye omo because even in Kraha ye mpenifo yet to say even the Trasacos the East Legon aban na eye akwan no na dentina in poor people working hard, growing cocoa for us to export. And sana ye nyasika ye de ba beye sanya meya ye no ye say omudie omanka san konko ye omu communal labor to do. They cannot do it. So say central government intervention ebem. So you see an influence any yenima at least yenimi penifonu to go in and go and have that engagement. And we are praying, say, the major need any aquino. The akano de kakra and luckily you ebanu soon sema NGOs be brave or when you want to they come in to intervene in terms of boreholes or mututu because advantage I me constituency is say the water table is just so good in that area. Communities cry or more beposo. very high hilly communities, so easy to get water for them. So in terms of borehole, the water table is so good and so fresh. And the drilling of boreholes in the Uyanya machines in the be assured that you surely heat water. Would check it round within a certain about 50-meter radius. Ubenya baby, you will heat water.
Okay, so I feel no joining a Badwam Constituency. Marshall joining the ticket of the NDC and then the train come away. Boom, we're gonna boom or mimic for it. Boom, fine.
A traditional area now in the T region. That it used to be Volta until recently we created 16 regions following the regional reorganization, and it could be a T region. It existed very long ago. Those times, in the colonial era, no, ye Buim Krachi.
Okay.
Commissioner, no, Oti Jansikan, the municipal capital or the constituency capital of Buim. One traditional area. Yeka Kasa Bakun Lelemi, and we are part of a general Guan group of areas. Guan, but specifically speaking, we are Buim people. Yekasa no Lelemi, and we are unique. There were 4 divisions with Chidom, Adom, Nimfa, Eni Benkum division with 1 paramount chief. So we are unique persons. You need diverse, many paramounts and different.
You only have 4 divisions.
We have 4 divisions and 1 traditional area, 1 paramount.
Mukasa ni Lele.
Lelemi. Lelemi Kasa.
Okay. Lelemi ni ti uchi obi o Lelemi Kasa is a good morning.
Anopano ubeka say Nijro.
Na ma jisu say.
To be just say Nijro wa.
Okay. Nijro.
Adom.
Nijro.
Adom.
As a Kasa with oh yeah, musicians Adom.
In the afternoon, it is Elie. Yeah, if you are more than 1, Billier.
More than 1, Billier. Okay.
There's some little variation from division to division, but generally.
Okay. So young call party, me who say even the crossover to new breed of national executive, we saw now stay affairs away MC. In fact, what are they about be an Makaine Kasa or chairman, the former chairman, because of Kasa we are Kufiso Mike. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that lengthy. It was good. Operation it was good to see you holding the microphone in your days, because a bus on your money there. Party no
well, party the atrenu.
Yeah.
Party no the wafa in TTN all the way. This is the time I was also
here. So
Doma party. Party na trenu. At the time I was very young, a moment of opportunity. And me my lucky. Say my name penny for Anantil.
Yeah.
Including the founding father of the party, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, late President John Fifi Atta Mills, and current presumptive flag bearer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Yananto. So, and if it comes to the party, virtually every chairman, any general secretary, anyone. Very, very close. Maybe the only general secretary, I say, we didn't have that close relationship. But even then, I say, is late Josiah Aye. Otherwise, all the rest from Dr. Kaikwe, who was the interim general secretary because of the central region roots, to Alhaji Hudiaya, who became the first general secretary. You call Cape Coast to have the first Congress to elect officers in a honor you elected Alhaji Hudiaya.
On this note, I'm into chairman, one of our finest.
He was the first general secretary. Dr. Kaiku was interim general secretary. So Hudiaya all the way through to lawyer Josiah Aye obeteki over in April 2002. Then, of course, now Chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia obeteki over in 2005. But before then, bid Zeden acte time omuyi late Josiah Aye everyone bid Zeden acte for a short period, but was not elected. The attempt to be elected, no, he lost and then left the party for DFP and later came back. Of course, General Mosquito was there for 17 good years and now has passed the baton on to Fifi Kwete to also...
So now you have new national executives.
Wow.
National executive first write-up on the wall. It seems to be bringing, or it has brought a certain level of kakra party from maybe I would take this decision or what take moving forward as a party. How do you solve that gap now?
Well, I don't think that a gap. I think that a decision on FIR, maybe some are shocked, some have also welcomed it, some thought say Obian Danjin say ABC because of Phil say, look, even though we may think that it should be done, maybe Nipano Edre comfortable, I'm using comfortable advisedly. Level into difficult and Nipana be like untouchable. To say ni aye koso o mangana sisi ya ye hu pefe say minister in bon number. Ye hu pefe say minister in bon number. Na so ya kaka Nipana ya untouchable. So pinia or ye appointment no suru say Audit sabe dem be kanipa. Na so nipa no bon number. Omo party for akasa. Omo ye de ni obet nipa no ye untouchable. I think that leadership is not about all that. Leadership, say woka say wo ye reshuffle. Men train ma ubia be hu say ade ye asay ye kura ma omo adwe free one say na wo ba be. Look, I'm telling you that tomorrow if the president reshuffles finance minister, it will be no news. Beyond the announcement, you know.
Because it's expected that it should.
It has been expected and it's passed. Comfortable say it has passed. Because people will not see it as useful again. Microphone who as useful again. So sometimes as leaders, you know, maybe you need to. So that's what they have done. It will come with its own reaction.
You remember raising issues about akukudru no the year no omodi year not nipa ba ko omodi year no any a brain no mo year no any nipa omasesa omo no.
You see, timing great. You can look at timing in different ways. Say we expect to say ubenya minim how to a fresh shade kura den
immunobi anase
immunobi untwen ma emre no bedru ansa na wobekwa kodua edua na ebe ma wo sa.
Once you expect shade at a certain time no say wodua ade na na ebedru ho no na shade na aba. Every step that a leader takes, no, the intentions are there. One taking the real step earlier at the right time when your resource, no, at the time you need it. So you might take the step.
So you might take the step now. That you might take the step now. That if you don't and say, oh, time in yet. Now so also here the time I will expect the resource, no. If you don't say time would take a decision and then call say which train now we no maybe at a certain time. But which train as a we no time now more you can so a bedroom time I will expect the resource. Na when adianu nyandru ho. So you also have to factor that. Me person necessary leadership. How long is it going to take the leaders to do A, B, C, D? Me person by this and this date, you know, omo do a certain level la, omo betumi aye niyama bi. And the time men always say me take a decision, no. Me ntwena me ye no May, me ntwena me ye no September, me ntwena me ye no December. Now, me know at that time, me expecting this kind of outcome by this time. Will I get it? So, we make all the scenarios. I bet you say no. What train at the time Mankrofo feel say the most appropriate as far as some way concerned. Negative impact as to the results that you are looking for. So you have to take it at a certain time. Ebinumu Ajumbe say, and you're the best timing. So as for timing, you can look at it from different angles. Nipao taking decision, he's not oblivious of the situation we find ourselves.
Exactly.
He's not oblivious, but he's taking that decision for a strategic purpose. I can't wait to say a football game. Now we'll be a substitution for why Triama. I got 2 minutes to the end of the game and son away a substitution. The person may not have the necessary impact, but maybe would the number possibly 15 minutes to the end of the game. Some effect and some impact.
So you're in full support of the change.
Well,
not for an interest, but the interest of the party.
I don't look. Mpenifo yes are some of my best friends. So at time I wanna boy Haruna Ijina for youth organizer elections, both in 2002 and 2005. Especially in 2005, His Excellency Jerry Rawlings, now on support, we stood with him. We stood with him. So he'll be and I've supported, I've share my ideas and my support for him. In the same vein also, I support the party at all times. Party taking decision affecting me, I still support the party. I make my comment, but I rally behind. MP, in 2013, Abraham MP, Yanku Pontunsa, friend, na me imagine say me kwako contest ewo. They said, oh, they haven't resolved my issue publicly into your mama menko. Meanwhile, the committee now say Professor Awuno led committee. Emu say na asem no like omucho asem no bibia nim omucho asem to omusuke. Audios of during the campaign time for the flag bearership and I will be a PC together to create that kind of imagery. Now, so I could have gone independent. I said no.
So you have to comply.
Party not take a decision. Even though I wanted to go in there, I was supporting Nipa getting the buy. So I supported the aspirant for that by-election, Honorable Daniel Kwasia Shama. My community, the Tema, brought the highest number of votes for that particular by-election. The BBR resources are mobilized. I put everything at the disposal of the party for that by-election. Then I became national organizer in 2014. 2013 almost stopped me. So I mean to be a national organizer. And for the first time, almost are they the campaign coordinator to me. Since then, every party activity biya meka. Even I have since been national officer and also a more program biya meka. So even when the decision was against me, I complied because a party did not take a decision. So for me, once a party has taken decision, you may be happy, you may not be happy. You will have another day to deal with that decision. Affect the party. It's not. It should not happen.
Even if when consultations were not properly done,
well, I've heard about consultation.
Yeah.
My party opinion, at least as a party national officer, and being involved at the party level, you are taking decisions on parliamentary leadership a number of times. National. On many occasions, said they have announced it. Because you were a level of persons who needs to know
what's going on.
What's going on.
Point in time.
What's going on. The only time some of us got involved was the 2017 one because I've become a national organizer and I was also campaign coordinator. So I got involved some way, somehow. But even then, but this reshuffles, engagement, there was a lot of engagement.
This one?
Yeah, there was a lot of engagement. This one? Yes. There was a lot of engagement.
Kofi,
no, I have investigated.
Let's say that matters. But if you have your,
I have investigated.
If you have your Honorable Muntaka, who is a key member of leadership, raising objections
Muntaka was being changed. So how were you expecting? They say at the beginning of the consultations, young consultant say, "Oh, maybe." Oh,
okay. So the person. Okay, in your case, no.
Maybe Sisao.
Nipa na ebese sa no de nanke hu hia say.
Nipa na ebese sa no de until we have reached the level. And sana yebe ba bebo amane say, "Oh, based on this project either yenim, based on this and this and this strategy that the party wants to adopt in preparation to the next assignment, it has become necessary." So I say, and that so we don't come to consult you say, "Oh, me person, Mrs. Sao." Now, what do you say?
We don't come to consult.
No, we engage you. How do you come and consult? Say, maybe you.
Maybe you.
Maybe you and Johnny. Now we catch them say me you and now me you.
So then there's no case.
I'm telling you that is why sometimes I have difficulty on the issue of say Omuka about maybe not being engaged in a respectable way before any public announcement and can but party is so any public announcement. The party had not issued any statement to the public. The party wrote 4 letters. 4 beyond the verbal communication and engagement that omusuma penyi bi say oni affected person no enka no ma omunhu no only 4 letters were written to the 3 affected persons on a day before and notification to Mr. Speaker.
That's it.
That's all. Where the letter no appear abontino many would say hi and the party in Penifonu yenim. And the letter no ko abontia afi di enkofo ka say fake no. You don't expect the party general secretary to sit there and fold his arms say fake. So or say or confirm say
that's the reality.
Letter na e pia bontia enkofo ka wasem e bi say fake na enye fake no correct. Penifo atna so afa ho adwen atake that decision. So it's a genuine letter. That's all it is. And they say, my colleagues and I yet in one from anymore. And your party no, and I issue a press statement. Say, oh, Yinko Fui, if you have medium, then Ebe Sheho, now you release this statement to the media. And yes, I know.
So we are a potential government in waiting. It's been some schools of thought. It's been raised. Now, by or no party, I say. Se bibia to turn akwam kombet me abaji to me omo na ade kakra we kwa no managing it nso akoya another problem.
Well, you may think that ade kakra enya ade kakra.
Oh, some
no political party in the Fourth Republic has ever taken that major step of reshuffling the minority leadership. No, the minority leadership. E bin see that.
Enya ade kitwa bi na esi.
Enya ade kitwa bi na ye. It was a major strategic decision. It has never happened. From 93 to 97, the minority leader was one person. They never changed him. Even though at that time, Krana major opposition behind the parliament. From 97 to 2001, the late J.H. Mensah, Onunkwan as minority leader, all through. From 2001 to 2009, Speaker Bagbin. No, Speaker Bagbin. And I know, for the 2 terms, NDC opposition, yeah. Speaker Bagbin. From 2009 to 2017, J.H. Mensah Bonsu. And minority leader. So it's not who are being more. And no the NCCI under President Kufuor, under President Mills, and even under President Mahama. Time Ayewa being majority side in NCCI, but in that situation, we didn't call into another portfolio. But even during the majority, for example, Honorable Muntaka became a whip based on a reshuffle. And Nipa Yeyini Free Hono, late Honorable Gershon Bediame, MP from Kwanta was not even given any top leadership position. Onokra Yamfana call Abenim. Atana Yakakra said maybe we're promoting him to deputy leader na Bibisa. So in terms of time I war power no there, so I outside power, that is being minority, no, Bibisa in CA. So it was a major decision. And your decision, I ever say, a small decision. But I believe that over the time, no, it will be managed. Me, I have no, any Casa Bibria meeting, and I, because MP Yasem, and MP Yasem, look, Haruna, our leader, you're one person now. Or no, ever not joining Mukrano, maybe by this January ending February, Krananka, ye to Abakra, a flag bearer, so that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will have the gravitas as leader of the party to push the agenda of getting the party to win the next election.
But we've not gotten to that point. We now almost say presumptive. We've not gotten to that point.
That again, point
we are at a point of when NDC Amanyukuno ebe konomako franca to for.
Presumptive means more than 90% of us in the party.
How do you arrive at that?
Why? In any party ne ekoko yi omu leader. Meti am I not an MP? Me name party mpenifo edi nkita hu efo hu. Sa so na mpenifo a omo other areas no so omo
pepe enso na you do for ni rekojo bonzo so am on the party for.
They are not being stopped from contesting. Obian stop one. So omo feels that still when the party says it as a presumptive leader, still
when the individuals say not the party.
Well, they say what the people of the party say, majority of them are saying, represent the party. Ultimately, the party will decide on the 13th of May. And then,
13th May,
13th May, na better. As for contesting, it is you're going to general elections. I'll be small parties. Say, may win. Nothing stops them from putting. So nobody is going to stop them from. But it doesn't also stop party person say Umbeka say we recognize this person as a presumptive leader. It doesn't, because they're very clear. Look, on every front, I wonder. Maybe me ayetini in Accra no ye be nomination na Obiamba. Maybe Obiamba.
So Obiamba there.
Well, so Obiba Obeko through the democratic process. Look, Obiamba Kra still Yebetwaba.
Okay.
Obiamba 2015 say Obiamba na so Yetwaba.
Right?
Kumasi yeah. 2015 so yeah. Kumasi in 2012 yeah. Obiamba President Mahama Nkwano far forms, but still yet 2 years and no. Ena yeba 2015 na say every member Kra Betwaba ni binu so. Obiamba still we voted yes or no. So Obiamba Kura still Yebetwaba.
Okay, Badwam Constituency, a member of Parliament on the ticket of the NDC, area Kofi Adams, a former aide to founder, former president, late George Rawlings, former national organizer, former director of operations, the whole Fache Minimino, director of operations, submarine in Kwa. In the sure said Obasa Kenya and what shall I say about this time? Obey Kenya no for such operations. But what the governance piece under His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo? As you say, we shall say na no be more number, and we mean more number. You know, any tuya. Amamu in totality, no, under the watch of Nanado. Reasonably, we Bibia the Danako.
Bini asa Bibi the Danako man can na yewo situation a yewo mu ya. Enekra the summary of my topics where HSA Bibia and Yeden and na because what is happening being seen that on all fronts, negative ways, from the economy to social intervention and to everything. Nyama is being seen that. Meanwhile, now say Alan Koka say he doesn't believe in NATO. NATO
nation of talkers.
Talkers. No action, talk only. I didn't know Kasa. Say, I don't know Kosunti Kasa. Slogans, slogans. A banu slogans. Yedi da nipa. Slogans are ebema wa charge you and get nothing no dear fama. Slogans. Slogans dear fama. But clearly no. Bibia obefabia nothing. Fighting corruption. First, says, yeah, special office of the special prosecutor. We all hailed it. Say, oh, good. And now, yes, I appointed anti-corruption crusader. Martin Amid. Well, Bebrena Haley. Martin could do on who say, I beg you ready so quit ya Katashishan proye. And no chance to say, oh, church or Dinyama. Finally, no, they said, oh, no, to me, Yejuma. Then he resigned and left. Then they appointed another person, Biom. Nansa Edian and Nipano Soka. Has he said things positively about being helped to fight corruption? No. Say, Martinami do na enya. And ye, ma minya kisia jaben soe. Onosuba yeno, he's repeating, if not saying worse.
That the government of the day is not serious.
And then he's been blackmailed, say, or say on pay salary, or say on ye. Meanwhile, nipa no office, no. Constitutionally, they have stated the level are over. And the other staff now say, they have given the level are more. So they must be paid salaries for the same level. That's all they are asking for. So when yes, I did now you are blackmailing them. That is economy for the first time. A buying the little economics be a Greek economics, you know, make kind books, you know, almost say government bonds and bills, you know, the safest. Open say we have the mrakrano yeshishem say banks and other financial institutions compulsory no say bonds are to total investment or mobile with a buying. Under the MPP we are reversing that long-held belief. Say when you are buying a business, the safest, and this abium. A buying say there be me the mensabe show bottom. Would you no cry this and be Jeffrey? Just because the same government has messed up. They be no more catch say, oh, COVID buy no
COVID buy. Yes, no more catch COVID buy.
COVID buy. No doubt about that. Say COVID buy. Baby, someone say COVID buy no. Edian na yenyaye.
Sika yenyaye.
Yenya sika bebre. COVID inti yenya bebre. I have given this example so that in Crawford betia siye. Owo ya dia obia mfrese owo be den beba no so ana ebeba ni fie. Even sometimes the most useless person na ewo will be sianomukra, you don't even pray say nipa no be den. Obi free. Because at least in Nipanokra, obey concert, and you all laugh and smile at it. But sometimes, it comes with its own support. Just example, say, Upape, out of Upapa ni then donations are about same maybe 100 million. Now, a year no cost the health care now we wouldn't call maybe we spend 10 million. I can 90 million. So the next moment, the next year, you be with school fees. Now we can say, oh, papa, we ain't to mean to ask school fees. Even though a would at all,
so that's what happened to us.
That's what happened to us. Out of COVID, we were able to raise almost 22 billion. Per the Auditor General audit now, 22 billion was raised. Only 11 billion went into direct COVID yarienu expenses. And the COVID now, you see, yaria na wo in the example I mean, ma wonsa kan sikabi. We invest in a year anka than ebisuanu nenim. Well, and Embrasebejum no mahu quine say COVID aba, yaria ba, and he move quickly and make sure say you be nyama ewo quine passo to help the country. It doesn't mean say we stisikano. It doesn't mean say we stisikano.
Brane emergency situation and pa in here there no man subject is kana ye twini na man subject critical scrutiny.
It is not parliament ma approval executive and I implement it. So parliament ma approval no eno ena yensa kan the 2020 Auditor General's report and NMA minority. Yen NDC sad, yes, sorry, say, or say, yen him, ye per se parliamentary inquiry be then echo into COVID related expenditure. Majority side, ebogu ye say, omunjintum, because Auditor General or yen juma already. We disagreed, say, na ye per se parliament nebe de him. The first deputy speaker presiding, a true sound out. Yes. One year, he agreed with the majority side. It took Speaker Badwam himself to readmit the motion for us to establish a committee of parliament to go into it. He directed the Joint Committee of Health and Finance. Say, when we say even Auditor General report now, the 3 sources of Sikabia, according to Finance Minister, the Auditor General didn't even capture that. So it vindicates the position of the NDC group in Parliament. Say, Yema Parliament then so enter into the COVID expenditure. So we will be finding more deaths. Say yen sikana eba yen as a result of COVID. No, we wasted it. So, this Ghana, there was situation bi munne enye yare COVID ninti enema Ghana yebre eye kwan aban no fa so e waste yen sika enti na ene.
What about them wastage? You know how do we say wastage? Aban no even though it will buy ebusuya bebre adofo bebre enuanum bebre ahwere omonkwa aban nya mfaso ene ye wotibia bi ma ehu nyina kire kakra ama senka onyame ehu ye mobo am ye nya dia ya ye da chisika kora as individuals kwanka ehu ya aka ene how have we arrived at this position?
Even just one example. Aban si sikana ne saka ye no odibi ekwa akoye agenda 111 ayarisa see around na ebe taking 12 months maximum to do it. Not even one
at various
at
various stages.
Now when you are spending amounts of monies in municipality, you are contractor $1.2 million.
But that's not possible.
I'm telling you, it's like a park. The minority side, the minority side, $1.2 million.
Given out or yet to
January 2022.
Maybe I see Sasimo Manso and I say, maybe they are redesigning what? The plan. Because in the report that I have here, some of the delays is as a result of Assassin home mansion. If you also designing the whole plan. Okay, well, Yasaba Adamu Yinama say Mamen Chia Sankofa Tete Danso and that's also Wajibra. Welcome to Ghana, Sankofa. James Henson say ask Kofi Adams in case they come back to power, what will happen to Sagleme? And the onye works in housing.
Well, Sagleme, yeah, project, it was meant for that purpose.
Yeah.
But the defense minister, Ebe Kachre, Menam Committee on Defense and Interior. Or my yanti assessor, a buying per se, or the facility nuclear, or the defense ministry. Now, so that it become part of the housing for which we support. But this whole idea say works and housing minister say some private person it is wrong. It must not be accepted under any circumstance. Okay, the military to use as part of camp there, I think that is still for public.
I think I sit on the Western Housing Committee, and I can understand.
And then I must say, rent allowance.
Yes. But I can understand Kofi Baishi.
Tell me, can Kofi actually just a the Kofi is that you. But what would they run him? There are 2 days because social media who say it's more the national rent DNDB.
I think now I say you perceive regulatory rent on some. And then follower of social media, young lady be.
Yes, no, that's what we discussed with the
complaints.
Rent homes and inferior.
I mean, it is real. And there's a need, say, I was buying a day, inferior food coming to a pool. And to share, rent control department say, they are buying any on the near Kakra.
Okay.
Or more a modernized secretariat, just to register or more a war properties a whole robbery. I mean, say over you be 2 years. Now ubu man no in 6 months. I think, but you see the pressure. Say ko boy si car on for 2 years, bra. I know I can adhere back home. And young boy when you Juma Doom TV, a beer raketriano nyadia utumi train boabo no de I was a buy pecoin beer, obey me as son as sinning. Maybe a kakran na so that for me is there. But on Saglame, Kufina Beja to Muse car ended for a guy. In fact, Oshe Sika, Womoji, Skapodu, GSA, they could see affordable housing. Now, a VH, scanning to me see one. The number of housing units are one council.
That explanation is about
where Ceciano, Obroni Frebi cost benefit analysis. What's the person here? Affordable housing. Affordable housing. Now, so what this kind of big home? Now you have say, oh yes, affordable housing. Then you defeat the purpose of calling it affordable housing because if you are doing business wise, maybe I will share a seed anyway and your boy, car boy in now they know better one, then affordable biome. So there's been a lot of proposals. Even companies like TDC can come on board, buy this because Saglame, it's along the TDC lines, get these facilities and put up housing units amount for betting. So not just the military and the police and where we are also looking at young men and women on betting ABB, say affordable crana, something that they can also take part in. There's a whole lot of proposals on the table about it.
Party MPP, do they know what they're about?
Well, we know. I mean, of course, nobody,
Ghana NATO.
Nobody would say,
nation of
no acting, talk only.
Nobody would say, senior will be a pen on a sanity. But I think that is life. I mean, me life because in Komokram ni kufie diwa me blame Parliament say dom kumano ne mokra dom kase no oversight responsibility on this matter of COVID and also a year from say implementers and the problem whereby if we approve government takes over executive no matter implementation and a challenges about now he paints a scenario about COVID. So even though obi an say obi be free mu and also be no in our case but the aftermath is serious because of Sikasuma about mining. You see, I would only throw out a question, say, Mr. Ghana for instance, committee I mean Public Accounts Committee. Everybody you there's been a 100 million Ghana cedis infractions.
Misapplied or managed or
but Ubakushemuno, Nenya deal be the Sabo and I've made the point say during COVID, there were a lot of the procurement laws that were breached. For instance, Amountford needed to engage companies in an emergency way. But there are laws, Public Procurement Act, actually there, Opeso to Garia, come be fast or better Garia. But they be as I mean now which are bentino, when to me and fast so. And also in say Gary no anya there one top. It's yen because the Auditor General or the systems any audit. Oh yeah, and about before Public Accounts Committee we apply the human face to it. So you look at the reality. Yes, this is what the law says, but in the circumstances, this is how it's supposed to be. Okay, then go and apply, and that's apply retrospective approval being a demand. Maybe at the time of the audit, now Auditor General on your way. So that's it. It's why you're careful. No could be what could be come for and sign a cry. Na as a
But on the other side, so over here to say people also took advantage, or normally they take advantage
those
of the
people,
emergency situations we sometimes find ourselves in.
Anybody who took advantage of the emergency situation to defraud or to take from this country must be punished. And for me, one of the things that I am looking forward for, say, there be a public accounts here, and I refer to Attorney General, and we don't see any action. But I think of matters like COVID, if we sit down and Parliament decides, say, when we say they went through wrong, we are expecting the Attorney General to institute an investigation and quickly arraign these persons before court. Because you see, I are for analysis, Sika, I share one year, man. So, be the Sabomwa, Nipano, or Woodini. That will be my conclusion. So, let us not rush in concluding on this whole COVID because of the report now between him and the amount involved near. But we just trying to milk it. But like I'm saying, there are certain times so we just can't do here. Maybe the intended purpose in this kind of on the year. But if the approval processes now was a go through on one. Now Yakubua will be comfortable.
My member will just one example. Say Obi Ebekacha will say, I gave 80,000 to Ashanti region for 31 paramount chiefs. I gave Western region 80,000. Maybe Western region 22 paramounts 80,000. Bronga Hafo 28 80,000. Greater Accra 12 80,000. Central region 34 80,000. Eastern region 11 80,000. How? So, omo workshop now. Irrespective of regional size, any number of paramount chiefs are
so what went into that,
creative, sikano by enti so
it's captured.
Captured in the Auditor General's report. Unaccounted for man 80,000. Senka maybe Rebecca say no 35, maybe 100,000.
Yeah.
Enemy 11, maybe 60,000. All of them 80,000. How can they account? How would they be able to account for such?
No. And anything accounting, Kofi would admit, say. Yeah, this kind of amount. This kind of show. 80,000. You're supposed to retire.
Deputy ranking.
So we need to find out from them.
On the surface, I'm only a very critical point in Ashanti region.
I'm only supporting you earlier points now. Would you have earlier?
I'm not done.
I'm supporting you by giving more evidence.
Ashanti region 21 para was 80,000. Central 11,000.
80,000.
I will not sit on your program
exactly
to defend it.
So clearly, no.
No, but all these things are going down.
Yeah, now what the country say, COVID inti. Ena yengi na yebre enti OPK ne kakra na ono wa save edi akoma ba say je na faye mpuntunjuma na later mi hia ma ba beji ma de na de we see umfa ma no because COVID aba na so ye kohwe COVID ba ye sika e ka wo nsa na e kwan wo fa so Spanish ka no wa mfa kwan pa so and Spanish ka
OPK
then you are blaming COVID.
OPK you guys need to come back again.
You are blaming Russia and Ukraine
on this COVID matter because this breakdown is very irritating.
You are blaming Russia and Ukraine. You are blaming this. You are blaming
the Auditor General has done the first bit of their work. Me, I'm only looking at the law. The process.
We cannot. But Auditor General, as professional as he wants to be and he is, present so wakoye nhwemu pa na Ghana ni di share catch us sika ba e kura na bi e grant na e betimi wo hwe Ashanti how is very
ya kura say sika na omukoje na omusi omudi bi etua for get fund so embra wo so say wo VAT na wo je no 2.5% would be after the wako jisika COVID by enubi and I will see would
I think
enubi and I would the this assembly common fund.
So take down a year.
Mammy Fakunya and I mean, how and then me late because then
what my interview discussing NDC for NDC the way I may prepare say about
NDC leadership led by NDC leadership led by yes. We are looking forward say
you missed that interaction with Kofi. So there's no big deal.
Or no say a leader from behind, or a great leader, or no, or commander majority side, or to be commander want to boycott budget grammar. Even majority leader, you know, sorry, Paki or your leader, or your leader from behind.
We don't be answering. Thank you so much. I'm